Borrelli's Taproom in Long Beach on the island. Special Sunday show. Of course, we're usually here Wednesdays and Thursdays at 12 noon. We got a lot going on. Knicks watch party with BT in the house. Brandon Tierney.
What's up, boys?
Is here with us today. Good to have BT.
Thank you for having me, gentlemen.
Thanks as always.
All right.
Let's start with this, BT, because you are now off into a new world. And
Yes.
it's a fun world. All right, it is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a little different. We're used to traditional media. We're used to how things are. But now doors have opened, BT.
Yes.
And you're kicking those doors down.
Yeah.
BT Unleashed on YouTube gives you a lot of freedom, BT. A lot of freedom.
Well said.
So tell us about Unleashed and how it's been so far the last couple
I'm
of
loving it, man. First of all, thanks for having me, guys. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Awesome, man. It is a different world, and obviously that nice fat corporate check is no longer coming in every couple of weeks. You gotta get stuff going. Listen, I love it. You know, one thing that I was starting to feel, and don't get me wrong, I love being on the fan. I love working with Sal. I thought we had a great show. Whatever. I love what we did. But the one thing that I love now is that you don't have to stretch things out for 4 hours. And when you're doing a 4-hour show, you tend to kind of maybe fixate on some stupid stuff or I don't want to say make stuff up. I'm not saying that.
Reset the last hour. You got to start, come back at 1 with something at the same thing you started at 10 with. You're rehashing the show.
New audience
it's
coming
tough.
in at that point. So what I love about this medium, I mean, like first of all, I'm having an absolute blast, and like people have embraced me, and they have elevated. We got about, I think, 18 or 19,000 subs. We got a sponsorship for the whole year, which was a big thing. Like, we're just starting here. But to me, it keeps me fresh because I could go on. If I want to wrap up after 1:15, I'm done. If I want to wrap up after 1:30, I'm done. If I have something really hot cooking, 1:45, I go a little bit longer, then I'm done. I love it, dude.
And you also have that ability now. Something huge happens. It's like you're at home, bang. You're like, big trade, bang, I'm in. Big stuff. So that stuff also makes it really fun to be able
I haven't
to
done
do
that yet. There's no doubt.
It's going to come, though.
I know it is.
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
big jet loss on a Sunday. You get
they're
on a Sunday, you get big jet loss.
Oh God, yeah. Well, funny how you say it. Rather than a big jet win, a big jet loss.
You know I had to go there.
I'll go live after every Jet game. Yeah, but it's funny because I told my audience, hey, when something breaks, we're gonna jump on. We're gonna do something. But nothing's really moved me. Like there was 1 or 2 times where I thought about it, but I was at my son's game or coaching my daughter. So obviously, it's a great work balance. It's the new way of it's the new way of content.
It is.
It's phenomenal,
and it's
I'm
fun, and you are digging it. And you're having fun with it, and that's what matters. And I know tomorrow, and we're going to talk about the Johnnies in a minute here.
Yeah, let's go.
I mean, you got Coach on tomorrow, right?
I do.
You got Rick tomorrow is going to be on, which is outstanding.
I've got Coach Petito tomorrow. I've got Don LaGreca Tuesday. I had Kay on last week. So
making news with Kay. It was all over the place.
You know what I'm saying?
Making news with Kay.
I was telling my boys coming over, I'm like, you guys don't understand. Like, when you're on WFAN, you can basically take a shit, and it's going to get picked up by the New York Post, right?
Exactly.
But to be able to, have somebody seek you out and find some of your content and then put it out there, I don't have a PR machine. It's me. It's my wife selling it. That's it. Home office. My son was the producer for the first 2 weeks. My 11-year-old son. At that point, he was still 10. So it's very humble. I don't take anything for granted.
No.
I really don't. But yeah, it's that was. I don't want to say that legitimized the channel because I think we were kind of there before that.
Yeah.
I say that humbly. But when it was picked up by 3, 4, 5 outlets, I'm like, okay. It just reinforces what I'm doing, that it's working out.
It makes you feel good. Let's talk about the Knicks since we're here for the Knicks watch party. Little spurt there to end the first half, get a little closer to the Lakers. I'm one of these guys, BT. I know people get bent out of shape. How they've played against the Pistons. 3 really bad losses.
You think?
Brown, what's it going to be? For me, BT, let's be honest.
Go ahead.
It's what happens in April and May for me.
Yeah.
It's the playoffs. Like they
agree.
went to the East Finals last year. We can get upset. They crushed Denver the other night. Great stuff. But it's about the playoffs. That's it.
I agree. And when Mike was hired, we knew, and he better know this because if Mike doesn't win, Mike's gone, and that's just the way it's going to go. Like, this is a team that's going to have to cut through, at least get to the finals, and eventually win a championship. I hear you. Like, I even find myself sometimes being a little too critical of a regular season game. Like, I don't mean the Pistons. Like, to me, that's a real measurement. When the Pistons come up and they look you in the eye and they just, that they're not afraid of you and they just beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Like, that's a team that I'm worried about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So It's probably a little unfair at certain points. It's probably a little elevated in a positive way at certain points. It's too long of a season. 82 games is nuts. It's insane. Oh. It's way too long. But those are the measurements and the checkpoints that we're given. Until they condense the season, there's really nothing else to judge the Knicks on. I like them. I mean, as a Knicks fan, I love the Knicks. I like this team. I'm beginning to believe in them a little bit more. But are we getting 2 straight months of Cat playing like a beast? Are we getting that? I mean,
I think that's the key to it.
That's one
really
of them.
Is the key.
Are we think about this, guys? Are we getting 2 straight months of Jalen Brunson and Cat, who are horrid defenders, even though Cat's numbers are much better last month or so? Like, you got to beat not average teams or good teams. You've got to beat the best teams, and you got to beat them 4 times in 7, 8, 9, 10 days. And I think the Knicks have a chance. But this notion that, like, some people think I'm unfair to the Knicks, nonsense. Like, the Knicks are supposed to win 55 games this year. They gave up 5 first-round picks for Bridges, and Brunson's a stud. Cat's making a ton of money. OG got paid. You got a bench. Like, you're supposed to be good. What am I missing here?
They're the preseason favorites to win the East. I mean, they were the preseason favorites to win the East. Now, I don't think people thought that the Pistons would be as good as they are. I know. Look at that.
This guy.
Right on the table.
Get him up over here. Get him over
Come on
here.
over.
Get him on your show. Look at this guy. Come here. Let me get him. Look at this guy.
What's this guy's name?
What's going on, buddy? Look at this cat. We a Knicks fan here, buddy? I know you're a big Knicks guy. How old
Knicks
is he?
fan.
3 months. Oh, God bless you, buddy.
3 months.
Awesome.
Look at
Smile
that.
for your pops right there.
Good job.
Welcome back to your dad.
There you go.
I know. Look at him.
We got the green on for Patty's a week early, too.
He feels like an athlete, by the way. Feels like an athlete.
Love it.
Nice. He does. I can tell.
Love
anyway, good. That's awesome.
I am with you 100%. It's play, and Tatum coming back surprised. I didn't think the
That's
Celtics
quick.
would have Tatum.
That's quick. That's
quick.
quick.
They're going to be after the Knicks after what happened last year.
Oh yeah.
So they got some hurdles that they're going to have to get through here. There's no doubt about that.
True.
Johnny's now.
Oh yeah.
Big week. Well, this is it. I mean, it's March, baby. It's on. I want BT. I don't care. You'll be doing the games. And how long you and Mink been doing the games now together?
Well, my first year was 2003, 2004 with Crispino.
So
back in the day.
So that's
and then I won't bore you. Already nobody really cares about.
Yes.
And then I don't want to bore everybody, but what happened was, so I guess I did 5 or 6 years, and then they went to WFAN.
Right.
And my bosses back in the day at 1050,
they weren't happy with that.
They're like, you can't go. I'm like, come on.
No one likes this is forever. No one likes that stuff.
You know how
they don't want any of that going on.
But I've done.
They wouldn't even let him come on the station. They wouldn't let anybody. I know. Come on the station. Knicks, Rangers weren't allowed on the fan for a very long time.
We allowed Minko to do West Point football games all those years.
Correct.
So we were doing the right thing either way. I've done. God, the radio probably for a good 17, 18 years. Yeah. And I've done the Red Storm. Listen, the Red Storm Report, the TV show, I've done it with Jarvis was fired my first year. That was my first year. Okay. So I did it with Norm. I did it with Lavin. I did it with Mully. I did it with Mike Anderson. I'm doing it with Patino. It's been a long time covered.
It's been a long time. So this is obviously Big East tournament this week. Johnny's will have the one. Yep. They would have had the one anyway. I still can't believe UConn. Marquette is so bad this year.
I know.
And UConn and Hurley go nuts. I can understand Hurley being pissed off. Marquette sucks when you lose to Marquette.
I hear you.
But we won it again Saturday night, round 3. Johnny's, UConn, Big East, the Garden,
let's go.
Saturday.
Yep, let's go.
And I hope that these teams both get it done, and they should, because they are by far better than everybody else in the conference.
Villanova's pretty good.
They are, but they're not on that level.
No, they're below. I'm with you. By the way, Borrelli's big St. John's bars. We know.
Big time, man. Big time.
Borrelli's is all about the Johnnies. I've done a couple of watch parties here.
They're famous. They're infamous here.
We'll be here noon on Thursday for the opening.
We're
going to be here noon. We're always here Thursdays at noon.
Oh, that's right.
So we will be here for the St. John's opener against either Marquette or Butler, whoever they play.
That is awesome. So St. John's is interesting. Like the Big East is down, so you got to establish that.
It's a three bid league.
That's it. And the Big East should never be a 3-team bid.
I think Seton Hall missed their chance the other night.
Seton Hall's done. And respect to Shaheen, they play hard. They're just not there. And Marquette, which has been a really good brand, they're diminished right now. Xavier's not ready yet with Richard Pitino. DePaul came, but they're not really. It's just the Providence fell apart.
DePaul's gotten a little better, but it is a bad conference.
So to me, what's interesting, like St. John's, and you hope they meet UConn. I agree with you. That would be phenomenal. But they're not, even though they might win 27, 28 regular season games, St. John's not going to be a 2 seed like last year, and they shouldn't be. They're not going to be a 3 seed.
Right.
I don't even think there's a chance for an avenue to be a 4 seed because think about this.
They got jobbed on that draw last year too, getting Arkansas.
I was round.
They got
and that's why Rick played a lot of
and
SEC
I know they were the
teams this
weakest
year.
too. I get it.
They were.
But they got jobbed.
Well, they were, and that's why Rick did. Yeah, true. And that's why, although they got to lay it with Omaha the first game.
I know, but you should as a 2. They got a hard 7-10 they had coming out.
I don't disagree. That was tough. And by the way, that's why Rick went out this year and played Kentucky and Auburn's different, because it's a different style, it's a different presentation when you get outside of the Big East. But it really is amazing. I tweeted this the other day. My first year, just to go back to that, doing St. John's, they were 6-21. 6-21. And then the next year, I think they were like 9-18. I mean, it was literally. I remember doing games, and I grew up. Mullen was like really my first favorite team. Final Four was some of the greatest players of all time. Barry, Mark Jackson, Louis, Malik Sealy after that, Jason Williams, David Kane. I mean, Boo Harvey. They do this all day. And the diminishment of the St. John's brand was so real, and it felt almost final. Like it felt like predetermined that the college world had moved on. Yeah. And how about the irony? Like St. John's never spent money. Again, I could get in the weeds. I won't.
No, I know.
The reason why St. John's fell off the way that they did is because they didn't reinvest in the product.
No.
They were doing the mom and pop. And I don't mean this administration. I mean multiple prior ones, right? So they didn't treat it like a business. And everybody else did. So the irony is that St. John's, the reason they're back is because now you can pay players. And it's a new modern economic model. Which of course, thanks to Rick and thanks to his father Shanley and obviously Rapoli, they got money and they got the best coach of all time for my money.
And I don't have to tell you this because there's only 2 teams in this town that when they're good, the entire city will rally around them: St. John's
and the Knicks. Yep.
You will never be able to get Met and Yankee fans, Jet and Giant fans, Islander, Ranger, Devil fans. You're never going to get those groups. Yeah. But when the Knicks and St. John's. Like St. John's if they can get moving here, you will start to see it in the town. And everybody will rally around.
I think you've already seen it. I mean, think about the back page of the Post today. Yeah. Zuby's on the back page. Like the thing about St. John's, even when they were bad, like there were a lot of years like they might win a very unexpected. Like they beat Duke and what year was that? Whatever it was, I think with Shamari. Right. And it was a down year, and they beat him at the Garden. Back page, like St. John's still, even when they were diminished, gets treated like the Knicks. Yeah. And I've tried to express this to younger fans. When I was growing up, the Knicks were awful before Ewing, horrible, like 10,000 people, 11,000 people, and in a lot of ways, St. John's was bigger than the Knicks.
The Mullen years,
and I got to tell you guys, I was getting tired of carrying that cross of back in the day. Remember when? Like it was exhausting, man. I was over it. Like I needed to see, for me, I needed to see St. John's restored. And it's glorious. It's absolutely fantastic.
And they just need to, because look, we know Rick isn't going to be here for the long term.
I tell him, I'm like, you're not leaving,
You've got to make sure that everyth's in place when he does decide that all these things that they've put together now you got to keep funneling it in and getting it going.
That's a great point.
Because it's there now.
It's a great
and
point.
You have to.
Well, it's a great point, and I know that you know this, but I'm not sure that everybody does. So when I go, I'm going on Tuesday to shoot the TV show with Rick. They're doing a lot of construction. You drive in, they're building, I think it's a $50 or $60 million facility. Right. So that's step one. Yeah. And then obviously, as long as Mike Rapoli hangs around and keeps cutting the checks,
got plenty of it. I mean, come on, Mike.
Keep cutting those checks.
Buy another horse, make another half.
Exactly.
Just come on, Mike.
Send somebody off the stud, make some money. I mean, it's amazing what Rapoli's done for this program. But you're right. Rick's not 50 or 60 or even 70. I think he's 72, 73. Now he projects incredibly youthfully. Yeah. I mean, he's vibrant and his acuity is incredibly razor sharp. But is Rick here in 10 years? No. Is Rick here in 3 years? I believe there's a chance that he is. But that's a very good point. Whenever Rick leaves, whether it's Mass or whomever, it's probably going to be Mass, I would think.
The succession has to be there, and the money has to keep going. Yeah. Whatever it is, it has to stay that way.
I agree.
2 other things before we get back to the Knicks. Yep. 1, Yankee baseball. I know you and Salad Boone when you guys were out. The other look, we know what the deal is here now. I think that there's a big portion of the fan base that's super frustrated. And they want, it's World Series or nothing.
Talking about for the
Yankees. From the Yankees. It's World Series or nothing. Yep. You got a big portion of the fan base that hates Boone. You got a huge portion that hates Cashman. A huge portion that hates Hal. Where are you going into this season with the run it back that the Yankees have kind of decided to do here?
Well, I think the Yankees will be good. Like everybody else.
They better be.
I mean, they better be.
Yeah,
Jeez, come on, geez. It's the bare minimum. You better be good.
Can they do better than division series good?
They've got to prove that they're better than Toronto. I mean, Toronto plays with a different energy. They lost some players.
Yeah. They brought some in, too. They made a couple moves.
That's true.
They've done
Pitching.
a couple.
What I think is going to happen with the Yankees is that I think they're going to struggle a little bit out of the chute. You know, you give him the baseball to, and I like Will Warren, but he's a young kid. Will Warren, Louis Seal, we'll see where he is. I think the Yankees will, be a couple of games over 500 for tread water a little bit. And I think the Yankees will have a chance to have the best rotation in baseball. And that's what it's all about. You get, and I think Garrett Cole's throwing 98, 99 already. He's already batting 97, 98.
He's ready to go.
The numbers tell me he's there. So now he's just got to trust his body, which he will. I talked to Boone, I guess, a week and a half or so ago. He said he looks better than he thought. And I think that the Yankees, when they get to, late August, September, you're going to be trotting out in succession Max Fried, Garrett Cole, Schlittler. Roldan is your four. Yeah. And, as long as the big man stays healthy and bangs 50-something bombs, the Yankees
that's the key,
because
when he plays the whole year,
but that's
they
the
win.
problem. They're too reliant on Aaron Judge.
Exactly.
It's a disservice what they're doing to Aaron Judge. It's really ridiculous.
I agree.
To need $350 million to not have a shortstop that can hit 250.
It's sad.
Third base is a mess. And I love Ben Rice as a hitter. We'll see if he can handle first base.
They botched the Grisham thing a little bit, too. I don't think they thought he would accept the qualifying offer.
I agree. I do agree. I do think if they had more faith in either Jones or Dominguez, they would have moved past that.
Past it.
That tells you all you need to know. I mean, Jones has zero chance to make the team, and Dominguez is not making the team. Just not.
I know, which sucks.
Crazy.
I know, because he was so in. And lastly, Cousins, Kyler Murray,
Jets,
Tua, Ty
Tua.
Simpson.
About Tua.
What's your ideal quarterback for this year?
Yeah, it's such a loser mentality because anybody that I said, I'll give you an answer.
Because it's a treasure trove next year in the draft. It's a treasure trove.
That's where we're working with those 3 first-round picks. It really is a loser mentality because anybody that I say, it's just about getting to a base level of competence, not about like winning big.
Right.
So, number one, who do I want? I like Malik Willis a lot. I think he's going to be really good. I don't think the Jets will make a serious play for him. Frank Reich, big, pocket quarterback. That's what he's looking for. So you'd have to think that Carson Wentz is in the mix. God, do I really want to watch Carson Wentz play?
Man, that
not really.
smells like Arch next spring.
Yeah, I know.
Like Arch.
Fields is gone. He was terrible. I want no part of Tua. He's got a pop gun arm. He can't throw it all. Never plays well in the cold. Forget it, but they're not taking Tua. Kyler Murray, for the right amount of money, and you're going to get him on the cheap, I would listen and I would be interested in.
And it's very cheap.
Very.
Would you be worried if he plays really well, then you're going to keep him and overpay him and not be in the quarterback treasure trove next year?
Well, that's where you can at least move up because you got the 3.
Right.
It's a good question. I wouldn't worry about that because, the problem with somebody like Garrett Wilson and some of these, Breece Hall and Mason Taylor, like their O-line is stacked, as you know.
Yeah.
Like the Jets' O-line is top 5, top 6 in football.
It's the best thing of their team.
It's really the only good
the best thing that they
if
have
you
is
think
their
about it.
offensive line.
But you got to get to a point where, somebody like Garrett Wilson has to have a chance to go out there and not only make plays, but, win 8, 9 games and play meaningful games in December. Holy shit. Can you at least not be done by Halloween? So I hear you, which they always are. I hear you with Kyler Murray, like, is he the ultimate answer in terms of a Super Bowl? No. But I believe in raising the floor before eventually
I think he's the highest ceiling because he could pop off knowing he could make a ton of money if he has a huge year. He has that talent. You've seen him do it in the league.
Yeah.
And that's where it could get into the 7, 8 if he plays well enough in that area.
I know.
And that saves Glenn's job probably.
But that also elevates the building. You know what I mean?
That's
like, you
don't you want that at this point?
Well, that's what
Every
I'm
year,
saying.
3 and 14, eventually it's like, what the F are we doing here?
You're doing nothing.
What are we doing?
You're on a treadmill.
It's just enough.
No, you've got to at least, as you bring in, think about it, as you get further away from Saleh and Douglas, and Joe Douglas did some really good things with the O-line, some other spots as well. And I like Saleh, just whatever. But you have to, if we're going to talk about change and eventually getting to a spot where you can win, as you draft players and sign players, you've got to have a baseline of competence.
Yeah.
And if you go 8 and 9, all right, do you maybe miss out on the quarterback? Probably. But at least now the guys who are brought in, the expectation is to not get your face kicked in every
There's
week.
some winning in the building,
That's
which
what
you
I'm
there's some winning, which you haven't had any. Paulie, I'm sorry. Would you like to jump in?
No,
with
not at all.
anything?
Hey, look, I'm sitting back watching two pros. I'm big fans here, so it's just great
All
stuff,
right,
man.
BT, tremendous job.
Pleasure,
BT Unleashed on
Check it out,
YouTube.
YouTube. Let's
Check
go.
it out. He's got Coach Patino tomorrow.
Yes.
Don LaGreca, one of the best on Tuesday.
I got Stephen A. coming up soon, too.
Oh, now that you were telling the golf story
right.
with
Oh, you
Stephen
heard
A.
that.
I saw you with the golf story with Stephen A.
That's my guy.
Which is a good one. BT, tremendous job. Go Knicks here, second
Let's go.
half against the Lakers. Go Sports Radio, Carver and Cuthbert, Borrelli's Taproom in Long Beach on the island. We'll see you here Wednesday at noon.
Thanks, boys. Awesome,
Cheers,
man.
brother. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Good job, BT.
Good questions.
Appreciate it.